Hi, I'm Mike from 1A Auto. We've been selling auto parts for over 30 years. We're dedicated to delivering quality auto parts, expert customer service, fast and free shipping, all backed by our 100% satisfaction guarantee. So visit us at 1aauto.com, your trusted source for quality auto parts.
Start by opening the hood. We'll start by loosening these 10mm bolts on top. These headlamps are held in with 2 bolts on the top and 1 hidden bolt that's behind the bumper here. So that we don't damage any of the paint on the bumper when we pull the headlight out, we're going to put some masking tape here. So we're going to peel this splash shield back so we can get up behind and get the screw, the lower bolt that is holding on the headlight. It also will make it easier if you turn your wheel to the inside on whatever side you're working on so that you can open this up. It's held in with some 7mm self-tapping screws and some push clips. I'm going to start with the 7mm self-tapping screws. Using a flat-bladed screwdriver or a trim clip tool, I'm going to work these barbed clips out. Now we can fold this up. So with this splash shield pulled back, now you can see this lower screw that's holding in the headlamp. So this screw down here is a 10mm, just like the top ones. The hole that it goes through in the headlamp is slotted and open. So I'm not going to totally remove it. I'm just going to loosen it just enough so that the tab or the ear on the end of the headlamp will be loose and we can pull it off from the front. You don't have to go too much, I just want to make sure there's enough room for it to slide freely. That looks pretty good. All right, so the next step is you have to pull the bumper off of this clip. There's a bracket in here that the plastic bumper snaps into. So you're gonna grab the bumper and give it a good tug. Just like that. So now with all these bolts loose, and the lower bolt loose, and this bumper spread down a little bit, we're going to pull the headlamp out. It's got 2 locating tabs here, and there's another clip tab in the back that it's going to pull off of those. So you're going to have to wiggle it back and forth maybe a little bit. This one came out pretty easy. Move the bumper around. The headlamp out, you can see the electrical connector here. I'm going to push in this lock. And remove it. This is your low beam bulb on the driver's side. Passenger side would be a mirror of this. It's an H11 bulb. You can unplug it by removing the clips. And then to remove it from the housing, turn it, pull it out. To reinstall it, line up the tabs that are on there. Seated. As you turn it, it should get tighter. Plug it back in. Next bulb here, this is the side marker bulb. Goes in this yellow or orange side marker. That is a 192 bulb, a little peanut bulb they call it. Next bulb is the turn signal bulb. It's in here. This should be an amber bulb for this headlamp. That is a 3157 and it's amber. To remove it, you pull it straight out of the connector. Install a new one. Back in reverse. So to find the locks, there it is. There's actually an arrow that tells you the direction to lock it. That one's locked in. We're going to look at this bulb here, which is the daytime running light, or DRL bulb. Unlock it. That is a 3157, it's a clear bulb. If you're going to replace it, pull it straight out. And you can put a new one in. Again, you gotta find the little lock tabs, just like that. And then there's also an arrow on this in the direction to lock it. And the final bulb is the high beam bulb. This is an HB3 or 9005. So to change it, you pull this tab up here, wiggle the connector off, and you can turn the bulb, pull it straight out, just like that. Just make sure when you're installing your new high and low beams that you don't touch the bulb portion. You know, your fingers are dirty, they have oil on them. When these bulbs get hot, it can cause them to burn out prematurely. So it's as simple as lining up the tabs when you go to install it. Get it kind of seated in there, it's going to turn and push in and lock. Reinstall the connector, and you've changed the bulb. When reinstalling the headlamp, this tab here needs to go into this bracket here. This tab under here needs to go underneath this locating tab. And these two locating tabs are going to fit into the fender here. It takes some maneuvering to get this in here. I'm actually going to plug in the headlamp right now. Yeah, you just sort of got to maneuver it in there. Might have to just push on it a little bit to get past the bumper grill. Okay, so now as we're getting close here, we want to make sure we get these two tabs into the fender. And push in. That should lock it in the tab that's in the back, bracket rather. So this lower tab has slid over the screw, so that's great. Now I'm ready to reinstall these upper 10mm bolts. I have to give the headlight a little push to get it in position. Use my 10mm socket. Just go till you feel these get tight. Finish up the top one. Now I'm going to tighten the lower bolt. So that's up in here. That is a 10mm. I'm just going to make sure the headlamp is seated all the way in. Well, you've got this bumper loose. Now's a good time to remove your masking tape. Now you can put the bumper back into the bracket. Just push it in until it clicks. Time to reinstall the splash shield. So those barbed clips are going to go in first. push those in. Take your 7mm bolts. Switch to my ratchet. If you need to adjust the aim on this headlight, the adjuster is right here. Takes a 5mm Allen key. On the passenger side, the adjuster is in the same spot, but this is on the original headlamp. It's just a little bit different.
Thanks for watching. Visit us at oneauto.com for quality auto parts, fast and free shipping, and the best customer service in the industry.